Warning: the following video might contain some elements that might not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. I used to work for Best Buy when it was still open. It wasn't an interesting job, but it was something to help me pay the rent for my apartment. I recently found something I remember stealing from Best Buy as a souvenir. I was rummaging through my dresser drawer to grab some documents so I can register a passport until I discovered a CD case. The cover was white. The title was written in Sharpie. It's called Back at the Barnyard, Bessy's Rage. I couldn't remember grabbing this CD. I swear I thought I took a copy of the Simpsons movie, but I just shrugged it off. I shook the case to make sure the CD was in there. It was in there, but something else was inside with it. I opened the case to find a white business card reading, "Dear reader, please do not watch the CD. If you possess the CD, please hand it over to the FBI. Possession of the CD, watching the CD, or pirating the episode online is punishable by law." I didn't care really. I was excited to find an abandoned episode of a show I like. If you guys don't know what the show is, it's a spinoff of a movie called Barnyard. The show is about farm animals who go on crazy and stupid adventures. I honestly like it. My favorite episode was when Abby had her cousin over. Anyways, I popped the disc in with a childish grin with a tub of ice cream. TV was a black screen for a few seconds until the FBI warning came on with someone actually speaking it. It went on for a minute or so until it was read through. The title card of the episode came up. It read, Bessy's Rage with red letters. The background was Bessy's head with a furious, murderous face and bloodshot eyes. What were in the right minds of the creators? The episode started with Otis and the others playing football in the barn. They seemed pretty reckless, especially Otis. "Catch it, Otis!" Abby yelled before throwing the ball to him. Otis tries to catch the ball, but ended up crashing into a shelf with expensive-looking knickknacks. They all crashed on Otis in the floor, shattering. Some cut Otis's flesh at him that made him bleed Rizlik blood. Abby and the others had horrified looks on their faces. "But Betsy's antique collection," Freddie blurted out. Otis scrambled to his feet to try to fix everything, but was too late. What in the Elmo happened? Bessy was standing in the doorway. Her face was as red as a tomato. Steam was coming out of her nose. Abby and Pig stepped back, while Peck, Freddie, and Duke snuck out quietly. Betty noticed her collection was destroyed. Pig was scared out of his mind. "He did it," he said, pointing to Otis as he ran away. Bessy grabbed Otis by his throat and slammed him violently against the wall. He spoke in a demonic voice. "What did I tell you about skirting around my antique collection? Most of them were given to me by my mother before she was taken to the slaughterhouse." Otis was shaking like a leaf. "But Bessy, it was an accident." Bessy slammed him again, her grip getting tighter around his throat. "You've been nothing but trouble to me. If you do something like that again, I swear I'll... She got the unconscious Otis. She gasped and let him go. She looked at her hands. "What have I done?" She was on the verge of tears. Abby put her hand on Bessy's shoulder. Bessy, you need help. I'll call the institute for you." Before she could reach the phone, Bessy grabbed her by the tail and slammed her in the floor. She pushed her hoop on Abby's udder. Abby looked like she was in pain. "But Bessy, what are you... Bessy pressed harder until her udder exploded. Blood, flesh, and milk spilled everywhere. Pig ran to Abby's body and cried, "Abby, not you too!" Bessy laughed sadistically. "Want to join her, Pig?" She then slashed his throat. Pig collapsed on the floor, bleeding pools of blood. She walked out of the house to search for the others until a van pulled up. They drug her and put her in the van. They drove her to the building where she was killed. When the episode ended, I tried getting the disc out, but it was melted. I got so upset that I ended up destroying everything in her apartment. I've been put in a mental hospital for my anger and suicidal thoughts. I can remember the episode vividly. I replayed it in my head over and over and over until I couldn't sleep anymore. So that was Back at the Barnyard lost episode, Bessy's Rage. And my thoughts on the story, it's kind of mid, since it's just a bit like a stereotypical creepypasta, the reader finds the copy of a lost episode and then put it on, and then the realistic blood cliche, and the readers just went to the mental hospital for possibly for his anger and other dark spots, which I don't know if that was a cliche or not, but it also sounds a bit cliche for these type of horror stories, mostly creepypasta stuff. And the whole character speaking in a demonic voice. Yeah, that's a kind of cliche, but but the most scariest part is freaking Abby's body getting exploded ever. Bessy just grabbed his other, which caused the Abby to exploded, which that's kind of really gruesome. But also the ending is kind of confusing. Like what happened to the other farm animals? After like Bessy just get taken to the freaking by the van, and they just like kill her in the slaughterhouse. Just like her mother, I think. Yeah, that ending part for the Abby's rage part is kind of a mystery. That. So yeah, just a mid-tier creepypasta, but could have been better. But anywho, I just hope you guys enjoyed this video and like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and see you for more videos next week. So bye bye.